All right. Excuse me. Good afternoon, everybody. Hello there, Michael. Hello, Frank, Kenyon, and Mike. Oh, well, he did say Eve. Yeah, I get it now. Where's the mook? He's over by the window where we last left him, believe it or not. Now he hasn't stayed there the 23 plus hours. But he's feisty today, so I may have to ward him off of the game table. It's entirely possible. We have a double header today. I thought about playing it as a double header. I have to say I'm on the fence on that one. I'm not going to say that I won't play two, but I'll have to see how I feel after this one. I made another half pot of coffee trying to summon some extra energy. And hello there, Ben. This is the first American League game of May the 29th, so with that in mind, wait a second, where is it? Hang on, I was going to take a look at the standings. Oh, I see what I did. Okay, hang on. There we go. The Twins, 24-12, come in second place, just one game back of the Orioles. And there's Cleveland in third place, just 3.5 out. So a battle of two contenders today. As I said, the first game of a doubleheader. The third of a 4-game set. Oh, I know what might have done that. I was going to say this before. I believe I found the do not disturb function on my phone. Now, whether I did it right or not, I honestly don't know. But since I did it, we haven't had any phone call interruptions. I basically put my phone on do not disturb from 1:30 to 3:30. I think it works. Hello, Joel. Is it your last day? Are you moving? Hang on here. Set this up. Oh, so you weren't joking about that. I thought maybe you were just saying I got to get out of here because of the weather. Franklin was here. He's been coming in a little bit later lately, but he's always here. Today's game features the lefty Jim Cott on the mound for the Twins. Right-hander Tom Kelly will make his first start of the season for Cleveland. He's pitched in relief so far. Cott, 5-1 with a 3.79 ERA. 9 starts, 4 of them complete games. And 5-1 with a 3.79. This goes to show what happens if you have a 3.79 ERA for a team that hits like the Twins do. You're going to win some games. If you had a 3.79 for, say, the White Sox, you might not be so fortunate. Kelly's been a disaster so far. 8 games, all in relief, 0-2, 7.30 ERA. There he's trying to get in there. I waved to everybody, Mookie. You can do it. Okay, that's enough. Go play. And hello to Perry. Okay, we're not doing this today. There you go. All I got to do is pick up the spray bottle and he's gone. Okay, gosh, let me get some water. How's things in Florida, Frank? Perry's cold. Pretty much same in Spokane, 30 overcast, which is not bad for this time of the year, really. For the Twins, here's their lineup. Zuelo Versailles will lead off at shortstop. Cesar Tovar is in center field. Tony Oliva is in right. Don Mitcher in the cleanup spot at first base. Harmon Killebrew is at third. Sandy Valdespino gets the start in left. Earl Batty will do the catching. Bernie Allen at second base, and Cott, the pitcher, hitting ninth. Cleveland has Joe Askew behind the plate. The infield, Whitfield, Gonzalez, Simone, and Alvis. And the outfield, left to right, Hinton, Landis, and Colavito. And here he comes again. Okay, it's going to be one of those days. I'm surprised at that, Frank. That seems particularly cool for Florida. I don't think it's the same Tom Kelly. If I remember correctly, this question came up once before and we looked it up. Perhaps someone can help me out with that one. I don't think it is. Anyway, Kelly's had his problems. We'll see how he does today. He's a 6-rated starter, listed as primarily a reliever. That's when it's underlined like that, for those of you who don't know. God, I got a frog in my throat, of course, right at game time. Of course, I haven't talked to anybody today. It's probably the first time I've talked all day except to Mookie. Damn, he's getting big. All right, we're ready to play ball here. Zuelo Versailles will lead it off. He's hitting .255, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. Kelly into the windup. It's a 112 right-handed, foul ball left side. Alvis over by the dugout and makes the catch. Foul out to third, 1 away, and the batter will be Cesar Tovar. Tovar hitting just .208 so far. He has 1 home run. Different Kelly, Perry. Kelly is the manager. The manager, thank you, Joel. Kelly, the manager, was a first baseman. There's Thomas, and there's Jeremiah. Hey, guys, welcome. Tom multitasking. 38 replay. Well, keep us abreast on that, Thomas. Here's Tovar now. Kelly with the windup and the pitch. It's a 5-7, and he walks him. A 1-out walk to Tovar. Tovar could run, remember. He's a star 17. Let's check the battery. Kelly with a fine -3 hold. Askew with a -2 arm behind the plate. So with a -5 battery, Tovar's a 12, and he will not be held. Here's Tony Oliva now hitting .282, 6 home runs, 24 RBIs. Kelly from the stretch. Pitch to Tony O was a 4-6, swung on and missed, strike 3. Oliva swung over the top of a breaking ball, and he's done. Here's Don Mitcher. Mitcher at .287, 6 home runs, 17 RBIs. Kelly with the pitch now. It's a 4-4 left-handed, a grounder to shortstop X. That's Simone. Nothing automatic here with a 4E34. As he ranges into the hole, and we've got a dive down. That'll be a re-roll if I can find it. There it is. Oh, man. And yeah, getting up is the hard part, isn't it? No problem getting down there. Actually, that die does not even come into play, so I'm going to say that roll stands. So we've got a 8. error range on an E34, the roll of 12. And he makes the play for the out. Nice play, Simone. That ends the inning. 6-3X. No runs, no hits, one left on. After half an inning, Minnesota nothing, Cleveland coming to bat. And as Cott gets loose, yeah, the thinking behind that play, you can see it. I mean, you can guess what it is. On the defensive roll, the white die only comes into play on these splits on the red die roll of a 2. So most of the time, almost all of the time, not necessary. The Indians lineup is as follows. Chuck Hinton leads it off in left field. Max Elvis at third base. Jim Landis is in center. Rocky Colavito in right in his familiar cleanup spot. Fred Whitfield at first base. Chico Simone, who made that fine play to end the top of the inning, is at short. Joe Askew behind the plate. Pedro Gonzalez is at second. And Kelly, the pitcher, hits ninth. Cott ready to go now. Hinton, let's take a look at his numbers so far. At 282, 5 home runs, 16 RBIs. Right-handed batter. Caught into the windup, comes in with a 5-7, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Hinton down on strikes, and here's Max Elvis. Elvis at 247, 7 home runs, 19 RBIs. Caught into the windup. That's a 3-5 left-handed, and he walks him. 1 out walk to Elvis. Let's check the battery now. Caught a -1 hold. Batty is 0. Elvis no threat to run. But a -1 battery for Minnesota. Here's Jim Landis now. Landis just 4 for 37 so far, an anemic 108 average. Does not have a home run. In fact, he only has 1 RBI. So Landis trying to get his season untracked. Caught out of the stretch. 212 lefty is a high fly ball to left field. Valdespino back at the track at the wall. It's gone. And boy, does he get it untracked. His first home run, RBIs number 2 and 3 on the season. Can you believe that? He does have end power. Now I'm going to have to take a look at that card. 212, 1 to 10, he rolled the 3. He only hit 3 home runs that year and just 158 at bats. Interesting that he would have end power both ways, isn't it? That one's got me scratching my head a little bit as Rocky Colavito steps in. Colavito leads the club in most offensive categories. He's hitting .333, 9 home runs, 23 RBIs now, is second on the team to Whitfield. The 9 home runs among the American League leaders. So the Tribe leads it 2-0. Caught pitching to Colavito. Here's the pitch on a 6-4. It's a grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be Zoilo, a 2E44 as he ranges into the hole. On a 17, he's there. Strong throw across in time. That's going to bring up Whitfield. The aforementioned Whitfield with 30 RBIs, 277 with 9 home runs. Left on left, Cott winds into it. 5-8, grounder down to first base. Mincher to his right, has it underhands to Cott covering, and that'll do it. 2 big runs for Cleveland, however, on a 2-run homer by an unlikely source, Jim Landis, his first of the season. After an inning of play, it's 2-0 Cleveland. There's Franklin. Frank was asking about you. That's true, Thomas, yeah. It does make a difference. Killebrew will lead off the second. Harmon batting .315. Leads the club in home runs with 8 and in RBIs with 31. Kelly gets his sign. Here's the pitch to Killebrew on a 3-6. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Kelly. And here's Valdespino. Kelly making the start in place of the injured Sam McDowell. Valdespino just 9 for 47 so far. 2 of those 9 hits are home runs. Kelly in the windup. 1-3 righty is a grounder wide at second. Scooped up there by Gonzalez. Flips it over to Whitfield. And there's 2 down. Thornton Lee. I know him from the online ATG game. Here's Earl Batty now. Batty, the team captain, comes in at .292, 2 home runs, 21 RBIs. The pitch from Kelly is a 2-7. That's a ground ball, a little slow roller to short. Simone comes in on it, throws on the run in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Tom Kelly. Yeah, how's your situation weather-wise, Franklin? Frank's sitting at a very cool, 40 degrees, did you say? Or 50? 40, I think. Frank, I never take the trash out at night. The reason for that is in Spokane, all of the trash is already out at night. Bottom of the second, Chico Simone will lead it off for Cleveland. Wow, I'm stunned by this. Chico just 5 for 48 so far. That's a 104 average. He does not have a home run. Caught the windup on the pitch, and on a 2-4, he bangs a base hit into center field. So Chico needed one, and he got a single there. Star 19, minus 118. He'll be held at 16. And with Askew at the plate, he's going to try for that lead. He would need to roll a 5. Does not get it. Here's Cott's next pitch to Askew. 1-4 lefty pops him up on the left side. Versailles is waving everyone off, and he squeezes it for the first out. Who was Thomas? Oh, Thornton Lee. I lost track. Hello there, Mike Terranova. Michael, you may be the only one who got it. I don't know. Okay, here's Pedro Gonzalez. 272, 2 homers, 15 RBIs. Caught from the stretch. Comes in there with a 5-5 right-handed, and that is blasted to left center. That's going to be down for a double. It would have been a single 1 through 11 as Pedro's a weak, but as it is, that's a double. Simone can try to score. Center fielder. Wait a second. Center fielder is Tovar. I had that written in incorrectly. Tovar a -1. 15, 14 with 1 out. They're going to hold him up. So Simone stops at third on the Gonzalez double. That might not be the best idea, actually. Oh, well, it's done now. I probably should have sent him. Here's Kelly. We're going to roll for in or back. They will be in. Tom Kelly, a D bunter. That makes him an E, so you can forget about any squeeze play. He'll have to swing away. Right-handed hitter 2. It's a 2-5, 1-6. He drives in the run with a single. How about that? Kelly helping his cause with an RBI single. Simone scores. Gonzalez will hold at third. And it is 3-0 Cleveland. That's going to bring up Hinton. With Hinton up, Minnesota will push the infield back, looking for the double play. Caught trying to get a ground ball here. Here's the pitch on a 5-7, swung on and missed, strike 3. Well, that'll work. Hinton fans for the second time. Either needed a ground ball or a strikeout with a runner on third and less than 2 out. He got the strikeout. Now it's Max Albus, who walked his first time out. Caught into the windup. 5-12 right-handed as a grounder to the pitcher. X caught perennial gold glove winner at pitcher. 1E14. Here's the play on a 13. That's the E range. It's going to be a 6 on a 14. Caught snags it and throws him out. Incredible play by Caught to save a run. 1-3X. That is a web jam. So a great play by Caught prevents further damage. Indians tack on a run on 3 hits, and they lead at 3-0 after 2. Let me catch up on the chat now. Hang on a second, I gotta go back to the game. Lefty Gomez, I have to assume that everybody knows who Lefty Gomez is. That's why I mentioned Thornton Lee, because I suspect that not everybody knows who Thornton Lee is. I didn't before I played the online game. So Kelly takes the mound in the third with a 3-0 lead. Bernie Allen will start it off for the Twins. Allen at .299, 4 home runs, 21 RBIs for the left-handed hitting second baseman. Kelly into the windup. That's going to be a 5-5 left-handed. Fly ball into right field and deep. Colavito back on the track hauls it in. So Allen gave it a ride, but as it is, it's just allowed out to right. And here's Caught, a good hitting pitcher. A 6 with end power. He bats lefty. Kelly's pitch on a 3-5. Grounder to second base, fielded by Gonzalez, who throws to Whitfield for the out. Boy, we had a hell of a game yesterday, didn't we? That was a lot of fun. That was one of those, after that, I sat there and thought, man, if every day could be like that, wouldn't that be something? Here's Zoilo Versailles with 2 down. Zoilo 0 for 1. Kelly into the windup. That's going to be a 6-6 right-handed. That's a walk. He walks him. Versailles a star 15. -5 battery makes him a 10. And the batter will be Tovar. Tovar walked his first time up. Kelly out of the stretch delivers a 6-7 right-handed. It's a double to 4, and he's going to get the 4. So that's going to be a 2-star double for Tovar. That will prevent Versailles from being able to score. He'll hold up at third on the 2-out double by Cesar Tovar. Second and third now, but 2 down. And Tony Oliva comes to the plate. Don Mincher on deck. Oliva struck out his first time against Kelly. Kelly studying the signs now. His windup. The pitch to Oliva on a 1-11 single right field. That's an open single. That's going to get at least one home. Versailles will score. Tovar can try to score. That's to right field where Colavito has a gun. Oliva, Tovar 15, 17, -4, Colavito 13. They're going to send him. The throw from Colavito, and he just slides in there. Umpire hesitated for a moment, but he rules him safe. And on the 13, Oliva takes second. So a 2-run single for Tony Oliva. We've got a 3-2 game. Yeah, he was a storied player for sure. Lefty Gomez, that is. Here's Mincher now. Killebrew on deck. If you're thinking about pitching around him, they're going to pitch to Mincher. Kelly into the windup, 2-4, foul ball right side. Whitfield over, drifting over, and makes the catch for the out. The Twins get 2 on 2 hits. Strand 1. And it's a 3-2 ball game. Had a spirited Hall of Fame debate yesterday. Continue that. Why not? That's what's in the news right now. I watched a couple of YouTube videos on the subject last night. Yes, sir, Perry. Nicely, nice hook slide. Jim Landis will start off the bottom of the third. He hit a 2-run homer his first time up. Caught, gets the sign now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Landis. That's going to be a 2-6 lefty. He bangs a base hit up the middle into center. So Jim Landis, seeing the ball well today, is 2 for 2. No threat to steal. And here's Rocky Colavito now. Rocky 0 for 1. Rocky seems to have cooled off a bit since his torrid start to the season. I'm trying to figure out why this thing isn't even. I know I'm crazy that way. Okay, here's the pitch to Rocky. From the stretch, it's a 1-8 lefty. It's a grounder to shortstop. Versailles has it, flips to Allen for 1 on to Mincher, double play. The 6-4-3 double play erases the runner. And with 2 down, it's Fred Whitfield. Hello, Steve May. Yeah, not that I know of. Isn't that something? Somebody's got to be, you know, I'm going to do it just so he's not unanimous. Whatever. I don't get it. Of course, I saw a story about the Jeter vote. Apparently one person did not vote for Jeter, and then he later said, oh, he's definitely a Hall of Famer, but he's got to wait his 10 years like everybody else. So apparently this guy didn't even know he was on the ballot, it would seem. That seems really weird to me. Is that so, Frank? I did not know that. The only unanimous selection? I find that difficult to believe. Here's Cott's pitch to Whitfield. 6'10 lefty is a grounder to third base X. That's Killebrew. Hold your breath on this one. 4E24. Here's the play on a 5. He's not going to get that. That's down the left field line for extra bases. Whitfield coasts into second with a 2-out double. I could almost feel that one coming. And here's Chico Simone. He singled his first time up. Caught a glance at the runner. Now the pitch to Chico is a 1-5 grounder down to third base. Killebrew gloves this one and fires across to Mincher in time. Side retired. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left. We've played 3. It's 3-2 Cleveland. I'll be darned. That's something. I just assumed that. So you're trying to tell me that Mays, Aaron, etc. weren't unanimous? Wow. That just seems insane to me. All right, here's Killebrew, top of the 4th. Valdespino and Batty to follow. Tom Kelly into the windup. Pitch to Harmon on a 3-3 right-handed. He struck him out. Killebrew strikes out for the 2nd time today, both looking. Not sure what he was waiting for. I guess so, Steve. Griffey Jr.? No? What is your current list, Frank? Kelly into the windup. 2-9 righty, grounder to the comebacker to Kelly. He's got it. Flips to Whitfield, 2 down. And here's Earl Batty. Batty 0 for 1. Kelly gets his sign. Pitch to Earl is a 5-11 grounder down to third base. That's going to be Max Alvis making the play, and he throws him out. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Tom Kelly. So Tom Kelly, who came into the game with terrible stats as a reliever, has done a fine job so far in his first start of the season. That was going to be my next question, Franklin. Good work. For Cleveland, it's going to be the bottom third of the order. Askew, Gonzalez, and Kelly. Askew 0 for 1. Cott gets the sign from Batty. Now here's the pitch to Askew. That's a 1-7 left-handed. A ground ball up the middle, cut off by Versailles. Spins and throws in time. Askew grounds out to short. And here's Pedro Gonzalez. Pedro doubled his first time up. Indians have 6 hits against Cott so far. Cott into the windup. The pitch is a 5-8 right-handed. It's a grounder to short. Versailles plays it on a hop, throws to Mincher, and there's 2 down quickly. Here's Kelly now. Kelly singled in a run his first time up. Right-handed batter. The pitch on a 2-8 struck him out. He wasn't going to do it again. Cott wasn't going to let him do it again, I should say. 1-2-3 goes Cleveland in the 4th. After 4 innings, it's 3-2 Indians. So another good game so far. And welcome to Bill. Yeah, as long as getting in is getting in, that's true. Doesn't have to be unanimous. Well, you know, when you put Mays up there like that, it makes me think maybe some of these old-time writers are saying, well, hell, if Willie Mays wasn't unanimous, nobody's going to be. I don't agree with it, but I can appreciate the thought. Of course, I've always flown my flag for Veda Pinson and Louis Tiant. Tiant, by the way, will start the second game of this doubleheader for Cleveland. So apparently they've had a debate on those two guys to no avail. Tiant and Tommy John are odd because, you know, they played about the same time as Cott. Both have similar numbers to Cott, yet Cott is in and those two are not. I find that odd. Oh, God, no. I don't think there's ever 10. I wouldn't be surprised, Perry, yeah. Here's Bernie Allen to lead off the fifth. Allen flew to right his first time up. Kelly into the windup. Pitch to Bernie's a 5-5. Another high fly ball to deep right field. Colavito back on the track makes the catch. So Allen's hit it hard both times today with nothing to show for it. And here's Cott now, left-handed batter. Kelly with a 2-2 strikes him out. Two down, and here's Zoilo. Kelly's pitch, a 5-4 right-handed. That's going to be a ground ball to third base X. Tough chance for Elvis, a 3-E-21 as he ranges to his left. Here's the play on a 20. He's there and throws him out to retire the side. 5-3X and 1-2-3 go the Twins. That's 7 in a row now retired by Tom Kelly. Anybody but me surprised? Kelly pitching a good game today. Oh, did he now? I did not know that, Bill. Easily one of the best defensive center fielders I ever saw. Andrew Jones, that is. Wasn't he kind of all or nothing at the plate, though? I mean, he had a lot of slug, but not a high on-base percentage, if I remember right. Top of the order for the Indians. They lead at 3-2. Chuck Hinton has fanned twice against Cott so far. Cott gets the sign. Here's the pitch. It's a 4-10 right-handed fly to center field X. That's going to be Tovar. Tovar, a 3-E-2, ranging to his right. It's a 14, and he runs it down for the out. Nice catch, Tovar. I kind of think they will. So what do you mean, do we agree with the first ballot active list, Frank? I don't understand the question. Apparently, everyone concurs that Mariano's the only one to do it. Which I find shocking, quite frankly. I did not know that. I guess, like Bill, I don't really pay much attention. Either they get in or they don't. I don't really look at the vote count that close. The Ichiro thing made the news, so that's the only reason I know about that. Here's Albus, 0 for 1 with a walk. Cott winds and deals on a 6-5 righty. It's a grounder to short X. That's going to be Zoilo. 2E44 for Zoilo. And here's the play on an 18. He makes the play and throws him out. Nice play, Versailles. Versailles has been busy today at shortstop. Oh, you're saying who should get in first ballot? Yeah, Mattingly is an interesting one. Verlander, Scherzer, Miggy, Freeman, Pujols. Well, yeah, I can't argue with any of those. Here's Landis with 2 down. Landis a homer and a single today. Cott comes in there with a 5-6 righty, and it's a base hit up the middle, and Jim Landis 3 for 3 today. Here's Rocky 0 for 2. Cott gets the sign from the stretch. 5-4 right-handed. Fly ball to shallow center. Looks like he dodged a bullet in that fives column. Tovar coming on, still coming. He's there to make a basket catch to retire the side. For the Indians, no runs a hit, 1 left. And we got a good one today, 3-2 Indians. I agree with Bill on that statement. I would definitely vote for my good friend Keith Hernandez. I'm sure George would concur. A grease problem. That's good, Bill. Certainly Mattingly for about 5 years there was probably the best player in the American League. That's got to count for something. That would be the Brian Kenny argument, right? How many of you are familiar with that? Tovar, Oliva, and Mincher, Twins trail by a run. Kelly in his first inning of potential fatigue here as he goes into the windup, and the pitch to Caesar is a 4-10 swung on and missed, strike 3. Let's take a look at that now. That is 2, 3. That's 5 strikeouts for Kelly. Oliva 1 for 2. The pitch from Kelly on a 3-8 is a fly ball to right field, playable. Colavito drifts over and grabs it for the out. It is a shame about Trout's injury history. Mincher 0 for 2 on the day as Kelly gets set to pitch. Here's the pitch. 6-10 left-handed is catcher's card X. That's going to be Askew. Joe a 4E5. It's a 4, and that's going to be a pop out to the catcher, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3, go the Twins again. That's now 10 in a row retired by Tom Kelly. I'd probably put all those guys in except possibly Evans. Darrell Evans, that is, not Dwight. I'd put Dwight in. Of course, by the modern stats, right, one thing Darrell Evans did was walk a lot. He got on base a lot. So I suppose you have to give him credit for that. Hello, Jimmy Jam. Bottom of the 6th we go. It's a 3-2 ball game here. Caught, an 8-inning starter, pitching to Fred Whitfield. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's a 6-5 lefty. A grounder to shortstop X. It's Simone. 4E34. Slow roller. Simone charging. The play on an 8. E-range. 9 on a 34. And he's got it and throws him out. Nice play, Chico. Wait a minute. I've got the wrong guy. Hang on. My apologies. That's the ground ball to Versailles, of course. 2E44 on the error range, a 9 on a 44, a horse of a different color, as that's going to be an error on Zoilo. First error of the game. Whitfield reaches, and here's Chico. Caught working from the stretch now. It appears to Chico's a 4-9. Base hit into center field. Opened. Whitfield rounding. He's not going anywhere. 1 through 9 plus 2 minus 2. Yeah, that's going to bring up Askew. And caught in a jam here now. First and second, nobody out. Askew 0 for 2 today. Caught checks the runners. The pitch to Askew is a 4-12, and he walks him to load the bases. So Cott has loaded the bases with nobody out. One of them not his fault, of course. And he's in trouble now as Earl Batty takes a trip out to the mound. Pedro Gonzalez due up. Kelly on deck. Kelly's in the on-deck circle. And he'll most likely stay in the game, having only surrendered 2 hits. Infield at double play depth. Caught winds and deals on a 4-8. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's a big strikeout for Cott. Kelly, a poor bunter, a D. Only choice is to swing away. He's going to bat. The pitch from Cott on a 3-7 ground ball to second base. It's Allen. To Versailles, back to Mincher, double play. How about that? Cott pitches out of a bases loaded, no out jam with no runs scoring, and it's still 3-2. Cott is battling today. The modern book would say, I should have hit for Kelly there. But can you blame me for not taking him out? Two hits, both in the third inning, and that's it. Isn't that something, Tom? And of course, now with online betting, Bill, everybody bets on everything, right? How do they even keep track of it? The Twins, who came into this game hitting .271 as a team with 44 homers, have been stymied by Tom Kelly so far. And we're going to go to the 7th inning. I'm going to grab a refill on my coffee. Holy crap. I have to admit I'm feeling the effects of my physical therapy yesterday. Okay, it's Killebrew, Valdespino, and Batty as we go to the 7th. Kelly getting the sign now. Here's the wind-up one, the pitch to Harmon. It's a 3-5 right-handed fly ball into straightaway left. Hinton is there and puts it away for out number 1. And Kelly just sailing along now. The batter will be Valdespino. Damn, that's good coffee. Valdespino 0 for 2. Kelly, 5-7 left-handed. He walks him. The first chink in the armor there, a walk to Valdespino. -5 battery, he's not held at 10. And here's Batty, 0 for 2 on the day. Kelly, check of the runner. Now from the stretch, the pitch to Earl is a 5-7, back-to-back walks. And now they're getting busy in the Cleveland pen as one more will fatigue Kelly. Let's see who's coming up now. Lefty Bob Allen throwing. He appeared in this game in real life, and also a lot of lefties in the Twin lineup. One of them coming up now. Bernie Allen. Allen, 2 deep fly balls to right field. Pushed Colavito to the track both times. Askew out to the mound, having a conference with Kelly. He says he's all right. Of course, they all say that, right? Okay, back behind the plate is Askew. Kelly checks the runners. The pitch to Bernie Allen on a 3-7 struck him out. And the Twins, desperately in need of runs, are going to send up a pinch hitter for Cott. So an early exit for Cott today, but he's been struggling anyway. And the Twins need runs. Let's see what the Twins have in the pen. Jim Perry loosens up in the pen. And I think I know who it's going to be. It will be Jimmy Hall. Versailles on deck, a right-hander. Allen is ready. Out to the mound is Tebbets. And he's going to leave him in. First and second, 2 down. Jimmy Hall on the season hitting .360. 7 home runs and 19 RBIs in 89 at-bats. Kelly into the windup, 6-6 left-handed, and he walks him to load the bases, and that'll do it. 3 walks in the inning, and Kelly is done. Back out to the mound goes Tebbets. Cleveland hanging on by a thread here. They're going to bring in a right-hander. Right-hander, probably just for 2 batters. It's going to be John O'Donohue. Okay, Hall at first. Let's tidy up the scorecard a little bit. Caught 6 innings of work, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Kelly, 6 2/3. Only allowed 2 hits, but walks were his undoing. He walked 5, including 3 this inning. Just 2 runs allowed so far. He had 3, 4, 5 strikeouts. Hall still at first. Let's check O'Donoghue's numbers now. Not pretty. 1 2, 6.91. 3 starts, 1 relief appearance. He did have a complete game shutout in one of his starts. And he's basically there to face Versailles and, if necessary, Tovar. And then they'll most likely go to Bob Allen. O'Donoghue to Zoilo. The pitch on a 2-10 fly to right field. That's going to stay in the park, backing up his Colavito, and makes the catch just shy of the track. So the Twins leave the bases loaded in the 7th. That's the best shot they've had at it all day. And we can close the book on Kelly now. No runs, no hits, 3 left on for the Twins. It is 3-2 Indians as we stretch in the 7th. Anyone have a trivia question today? Sheffield about as good a hitter as anybody. Tomei, no question. To me, anyway. Well, whoops, what did I do? .210, oh, he's a left-handed pitcher. Shit, damn it. I really botched that. It's a grounder to third base against the lefty. Thank you, Mike. And I'm preparing a play to Crow here as we speak because I just assumed for some reason that O'Donoghue was right-handed. So the Twins got away with one there. And because of that, it's the only batter he's going to face. It'll be Bob Allen in the 8th, who I was going to bring in originally, and then I mistakenly assumed that O'Donoghue was a righty. And for righties, it's tough because it's too early for McMahon, and you don't want to use Steve Hargan for only 2 batters. That's their right-handers. In hindsight, I probably should have just brought in Hargan. Well, there's that, Michael, yeah. I wonder where Mookie is. Let's have a look. My guess is he's not in the living room, so he's probably where he was yesterday, in the window. Mookie. Mookie. No, nothing. Mookie is nowhere to be seen today. Mookie's a no-show. Well, that almost never happens. And the heater is kicked on, but you know what? I'm going to leave it on today. Wow, that's a good question, Jimmy. Homers for 4 different teams in the same season. That's quite a feat. Although the feat is on whose end, I don't know. First, you've got to be traded 3 times. And Frank asks, who is the only player to lead each league in homers and triples? I'm just going to throw out Tris Speaker on Frank's question. I have no idea. So Jim Perry will take the mound for the Twins as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Top of the order for Cleveland. Chunk Hinton 0 for 3 today. Perry gets the sign from Batty. Here's the pitch to Chuck. It's a 2-8 base hit up the middle. Leadoff signal for Hinton. Let's check his stealing now. He's a star 15. Perry a -2. Batty is 0. That makes him a 13. They're not going to hold him. Actually, a 13 for me. God, that's always tough. I'm going to roll for whether they're going to hold him or not. 1 to 3, he's held. He will be held. He's held at 11. That answers that. And here's Elvis, 0 for 2 with the walk. Perry checks the runner. From the stretch, it's a 110, and that is a triple. Can you believe it? A triple on a 1. Holy crap. And Elvis rolls the triple. Single, anything else. And Elvis drives in a big insurance run with a triple. So Perry comes on, promptly gives up a single and a triple. And with a runner on third and nobody out, the Twins will have to pull the infield in now. Oh, it was Kingman. Landis 3 for 3 today, including a 2-run homer in the first. Infield in. Perry with the pitch, 3-6, struck him out. So the Twins finally found a pitcher who could get Jim Landis out. And here's Rocky Colavito. Infield will remain in. Whitfield on deck. Pick your poison. They're going to pitch to Rocky, who's gone cold lately. Infield in. It's a 3-10 high fly ball to left field. That's going to be deep enough to get another run in. Val Despino on the track makes the catch. Elvis tags and scores. And it's 5-2. Oh, he played with Cobb. Hello, Gerald. Yes, indeed. Welcome. Whitfield 1 for 3. Perry with the pitch. 2-11. Base hit the other way into left. And Perry, I'll say this, Perry has looked sharper. That's going to send Batty out to the mound. Chico Simone due. He's 2 for 3 today. And Perry's going to face him. Runner at first, 2 down. Pitch to Simone on a 2-4, fly ball to left field, playable. It's Valdespino drifting over and makes the catch to retire the side. But 2 big insurance runs for the Tribe. On 3 hits, they leave 1. And after 7, they lead it 5-2. Going to the 8th with a lead. Let's check the defense. There will be 1 move. Larry Brown will come in the last spot and take over at shortstop. Defensive replacement time for the Indians. Brown 331 short. And Bob Allen takes the mound for Cleveland. Don McMahon begins to throw in the pen. McMahon, who will be traded before too long. So Allen, the left-hander, has been the best pitcher for the Indians so far. No record, 2 saves, but a brilliant 1.23 ERA in 7 1/3 innings of work. And he'll be facing Tovar, Oliva, and Mincher in the 8th. Cesar Tovar, 1 for 2 with the walk today. Bob Allen gets the sign into the windup. The pitch to Cesar is a 5-3 right-handed, a fly ball to left field X. That's Hinton. Chuck a 3-E-10 as he drifts towards the line. On a 3, he's not going to get that. That's down for a single. So Tovar with a leadoff single, his 2nd hit of the afternoon. Star 17 minus 215. He'll be held at 13. We will not be trying for that. Might consider it if he were the tying run. Or the go-ahead run. And Tony Oliva comes to the plate. Allen out of the stretch. The lefty winds and deals. 4-5, grounder to second base. That is going to be Gonzalez to Brown for the out, to first, not in time. That'll be a 4-6 force. Oliva on, not being held at 13. Mincher against the lefty Allen. Let's see if the Twins want to do anything there, and they do. Mincher is called back, and up to the plate steps Rich Rollins. Rollins would stay in the game at third base, Killebrew shifting to first. Rollins on the season is hot, 19 for 54. It's a .352 average, 4 homers, 14 RBIs. Rollins digging in now. Allen gets the sign. From the stretch, the pitch is a 2-6, and that is a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is hitting at the track, at the wall. It's off the wall, missing the 12 home run. It's a double. Oliva 1-16. It's to center, where Landis is a +1, 1-17. They're waving him in. Rollins a 12. Cleveland will cut it off, holding Rollins to second. It's an RBI double for Rollins. Oliva scores. So 5-3. Harmon Killebrew coming up, and they're going to bring in McMahon right now. So here comes Tebbets. That's it for Allen. Cleveland going through their bullpen here in the first game of a doubleheader. Although I don't think I'll count it against O'Donohue. That was my fault. So Allen lasts just a third. 2 hits, 1 run so far. McMahon, the save leader, with 2. Wait, no, that isn't right. Let me look at that again. 4. McMahon with 4 saves, which does lead the team. A brilliant 1.74 ERA for McMahon so far. So as McMahon gets loose, here's the situation. 5-3 Indians. The Twins have a runner at second and 1 out here in the 8th inning. Harmon Killebrew represents the tying run at the plate. McMahon ready to work now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Killebrew. It's a 2-6. Driven to left field. Going back is hitting at the track, at the wall. It's gone, and this game is tied. Holy crap. Harmon Killebrew does it again. His 9th homer of the season. RBIs 32 and 33. And he now ranks among the league leaders in both categories. I'm going to go ahead and put his first base rating in now. That's what's going to happen. Rollins stays in at third, or he will stay in at third. So McMahon comes in, grooves one, and Killebrew crushed it. The batter will be Valdespino, 0 for 2 with a walk. McMahon gets a new ball. Gets the sign from Askew. Here's the pitch to Sandy on a 4-9 left-handed. He walks him. Second walk of the day for Sandy Valdespino. And here's Earl Batty. Batty 0 for 2 with a walk. McMahon studying the signs from the stretch. 5-7 swung on and missed. Strike 3. 2 away now, and the batter will be Bernie Allen. Allen 0 for 3, but hit it hard twice. Here's the pitch from McMahon. It's a 6-5 left-handed, a fly ball to right again. This one not quite as deep. Colavito waits for it to come down and gloves it for the out to retire the side. The Twins, however, score 3 in the 8th to tie it. On 3 hits, they leave 1. And how about that? Undead Viking Video says the killer. Welcome, Undead. I don't recognize the name. Are you new to the chat? Welcome aboard. It's a great bunch. Another great chat, and I miss Stephen Perotta. Welcome, Stephen. The only thing about the chat moving this fast lately, and I'm not complaining, believe me, is that it's harder for me to keep up with it while I'm playing. But the main thing is that you guys are enjoying it, and that's just freaking wonderful. I couldn't ask for more. Not Cobb. Not Cobb. It really is. This chat has become insane in a good way. Jim Perry will come back out. Mostly right-handed batters. And two more righties, Johnny Clipstein and Al Worthington tossing in the pen. Steve Hargan takes off the jacket in the Cleveland pen. Is this still the homers and triples twice question? I think it must be. Teammate played with Cobb. So you mean played in the same era as Cobb or on the same team as Cobb? Bottom third of the order here, Askew Gonzalez on the pitcher's spot. And I gotta tell you, if I'd have known that Killebrew was going to hit one out, I might have done a double switch with McMahon, so I kind of blew that one too. Well, it is what it is now. So here's Askew, 0 for 2 with a walk. Jim Perry gets the sign from Batty now. Here's the windup and the pitch. It's a 4-8. He pops him up left side. Zoilo will take it. And there's one down. Home run Baker's a good guess. Pedro Gonzalez will be the hitter, 1 for 3 today. Here's Perry's pitch on a 6-8. He walks him. Go ahead run as a board. 15 minus 2, 13. We're going to have a pinch hitter for McMahon. Tovar Oliva, holy cow. Hargan has been loosening. And the batter will be Leon Wagner, left-handed hitter. Wagner has some pop. He's hitting .320 on the year, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs. Still no one's gotten the Frank's question here. Oh, 9. Okay, we're ready to go here. 1 out runner at first. Perry from the stretch. The pitch to Wagner on a 2-12. It's a line out to the max to second. Liner to Allen, back to Mincher, double play. And that'll do it for Cleveland in the 8th. We go to the 9th, all tied up. And coming on will be Hargan. I want to thank everybody for watching today. Fantastic crowd again. Man alive. I certainly appreciate it, guys. I felt a little off my game today. I guess I'm dragging from the physical therapy. I don't know, but anyway. It turned out to be a good game. I would second guess myself on a couple of the moves. But, you know, 5-5 in the 9th. What more can you ask for? The Twins will send up a pinch hitter to start the 9th, so that'll be it for Perry. Jim Perry worked 2 innings. Gave up 3 hits, 2 runs. Walked 1, struck out 1. They already have 2 righties warming up in the pen. Let's see who the pinch hitter is going to be. It's really between 2 guys. It's going to be Ted Eulander. Eulander, 5 for 25 in limited duty. He has 1 home run. Tommy Leach. Is that who it was? Holy crap, I'm surprised anybody got that. He was on what? Wow. Are you YouTubing it, Bill? Hargan getting ready to pitch to Eulander. Here's the windup and the pitch. It is a 1-5 righty grounder down to first. It's Whitfield, takes it himself. And there's 1 down. Distinct possibility of extra innings looming. Eulander might very well stay in the game. He's a better center fielder than Tovar. 1 down, Versailles will be the hitter. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. Hargan gets the sign. That's going to be a 2-9 right-handed. He struck him out. And the batter will be Tovar. Tovar 2 for 3 with a walk today as Hargan comes set. The pitch on a 1-8 grounder to third base, fielded by Max Alvis. Throws to Whitfield, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Hargan. And that's what we're going to do. Eulander will stay in the game in center in the 9 spot. And the pitcher will go into Tovar's spot. Eulander a 2-7 with a 0 arm. And Johnny Clipstein will come on for the Twins. Or he may not. Hang on, let me look at something here. It's definitely a high leverage situation. I just want to check the usage display. It will not be Clipstein. It's going to be Al Worthington. His dog Spot will stay in the bullpen. It was close between those two guys, but on checking the usage, Clipstein slightly overused. And Worthington needs some work. Worthington's been the stopper. Leads the club with 6 saves, despite a rather high 5.5 ERA. So, Indians send the leadoff man up to bat in the bottom of the 9th. It's the top of the order. Let's see if we're going to settle this here, or will we go to extra innings today? Extra innings in the first game of the doubleheader. Man, what a bullpen killer. Chuck Hinton will start it off. He's 1 for 4. Worthington into the windup. Pitch to Chuck is a 3-9. Struck him out. And the batter will be Max Alvis. Alvis 1 for 3 with a walk. Tripled in the 7th. Worthington's pitch on a 3-8 struck him out. So Worthington comes in and announces his presence with authority, fanning Hinton and Alvis, and now the batter will be Jim Landis. Landis 3 for 4 today with a home run. Whoops, dice out of the tower. That's a re-roll as Landis fouls it straight back. Ha ha! Steve gets it. There's a 5-7 swung on and missed. Strike 3, and Worthington strikes out the side, and we're going to extra innings. So a hell of a game here today. Hargan will come back out for his second inning of work. I've got to make that a little more clear. Oliva, Rollins, and Killebrew due for the Twins. Tony Oliva 1 for 4 today. Hargan gets the sign from Askew now. Here's the pitch to Tony O on a 6-6 left-handed. It's a fly ball to straightaway right. That's Colavito running it down towards the line, makes the catch, and there's one away. Here's Rollins now. Rollins came off the bench with a double, taking over for Mincher. The pitch from Hargan is a 5-10 right-handed. It's a grounder down to first base. Whitfield has it. Flips to Hargan covering. 2 quick outs in the 10th. And here's the man who got us this far. Killebrew, who tied the game with a 2-run homer in the 8th. Can he do it again? Hargan gets the sign. The pitch to Harmon is a 4-4 catcher's card. That's Askew. 4E5 on an 8. Pop out to the catcher. We go to the bottom of the 10th. 1, 2, 3 go the Twins. And that was the heart of their order. So Hargan's done a fine job for 2 innings. And here's Worthington. All he did was strike out the side in the 9th. Colavito, Whitfield, and Brown do. Were they in Seattle too? I didn't know that, Steve. I remember Cal from Southern California. Interesting tidbit on Strawberry. Here's Rocky now, 0 for 3. He drove in a run with a sac fly his last time up. Worthington gets his sign. The pitch on a 4-12 is a grounder to first base X. That's going to be Killebrew. 4E17, here's the play. On a 19, he makes the play, flips to Worthington covering for the out. 3-1X. That'll bring up Whitfield. 2 for 4 today. Worthington into the windup. 5-4 left-handed, a grounder to third base X. That's Rollins. 4E23 as he ranges to his left. On an 8, the E range. The 10 on a 23. That's going to be the play made. The out will be recorded as Rollins handles it and fires over to Killebrew for the out. 2 X plays, both converted, and here's Larry Brown, his first at bat of the day. Came on defensively for Simone. The pitch from Worthington is a 5-8 righty, grounder to second base X. That's Bernie Allen. So 3 X plays. Allen a 322. Here's the play on a 10. It's the E range. It's a 4 on a 22. This could be trouble, and it's off his glove for an error. So on the third X play, the evil dice say it's an error. Brown no threat to run, and he can't come out. He's the only shortstop. Joe Askew steps to the plate. Right-handed hitting catcher, 0 for 3 with a walk. Worthington working from the stretch. 4-8 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3, and we go to the 11th. Well, we haven't had one of these in a while. Both teams have used a lot of substitutes. That's all I can say. Let me make sure now that we're in frame. No, we're not quite, can we? We can't see all the whole card. Okay, I'm going to have to back it off slightly so that we can. And you know what? I'm going to just take a quick break here for coffee before we go to the 11th inning today. I better get coffee now. Who knows how long this will go. Yeah, the devil die. Isn't that the 20? All right, here's the situation. 11th inning. Valdespino. Let's see what's left on the bench. Zimmerman, the other catcher. They've got Nixon, who could pinch hit. Andy Costco and Bob Allison. Valdespino 0 for 2 has walked twice. Hargan in his third inning of work, he's rated 4 for relief. The windup and the pitch to Sandy is a 5-8 left-handed. It's a grounder to second base X. That's going to be Gonzalez, 3E14. Gonzalez ranging behind the bag now. Here's the play on an 8, E range, 11 on a 14. And he boots it, error Gonzalez. So both second basemen with extra inning errors. And let's check Sandy now. He's a star 15 stealer. Minus 213. He'll have to be held on at 11. I'm not crazy about a 13, but if you're Cleveland, you can't fool around with that in the 11th inning. He could try to go. And here's Earl Batty, 0 for 3 with a walk. Hargan checks the runner. Now from the stretch. 2-6 right-handed. He loses in ball 4. And the Twins put the first 2 runners on here in the 10th. Only Jack Kralik is left in the Cleveland pen. And probably the only way you would see him is if Tony Oliva came up. So they are committed to Hargan. And the batter will be Bernie Allen. 3 flies to right and a strikeout. Perfect bunting situation, and he's a D. Eulander to follow. Should I try to lay it down anyway as a D? Boy, that's risky. What do you guys think? Is that a yup to the bunt, Stephen? Ben says swing. I'm leaning to swing, but I'm going to throw it out there. Bill says bunt. Stephen, was that a vote for bunt? No. So we've got Ben hit away. Bill wants to bunt. Steve wants to hit away. I tell you, I do enjoy getting you guys involved in these decisions at times. Especially these ones that are tough because, and now Frank wants to bunt, so it's pretty split. D bunter. Boy. C hit and run, huh? If you miss the pitch, what happens? You've got Val Despino trying to steal third. He's likely to get picked off trying for the lead, just to show you there. 9, 10, and 12 is the automatic, not picked off, but the automatic caught stealing. There you go, let's roll for it. It seems to be evenly split. 1 to 3, he's going to try to bunt. He will swing away, and here's the pitch from Hargan. 5-4 lefty, grounder to third X. Tough chance for Alvis. 3E21. Dives towards the line, 6 error range, a 5 on a 21, and he boots it. Error Alvis, and the bases are loaded. So 2 critical errors in the 11th by Cleveland. And now they're in a world of hurt. As Ted Eulander comes to the plate, he stayed in the game in the double switch. So the Twins saying, hell, instead of bunt, let's just hit it to the Cleveland infielders. That's mean, I know. Yeah, and I'm afraid you're right, Frank. As much as I load the infield in with the bases loaded, it has to be in. Ted Eulander, 0 for 1. Hargan's pitch on a 1-8 is a grounder to the pitcher. He goes to the plate and gets the force. So Eulander hit it right back to Hargan, throws home to Askew, and gets the easy out at the plate. Infield will remain in for Zoilo, who is 0 for 4 with a walk. Hargan with his back against the wall here, comes set, full windup, pitch to Zoilo on a 1-9, base hit into center field, at least one run will come in. Batty will score, Allen can try to score, 12 to center, Landis +1, 13, but there's only one out. I'm going to roll for it. 1 to 3, he's going to go. He's going. 1 to 13. The throw to the plate. He scores. And on the 2, everybody moves up. A 2-run single for Zoilo Versailles has given the Twins a 7-5 lead here in the 11th inning. Infield will remain in, and now short on players. And Worthington, this is really too good for Minnesota, let me tell you right now, because Worthington just happens to be a 5 hitter. And he's going to hit. Oh, there's 2 errors. Yeah, they have to be. The inning should be over. 2 errors and an out. Here's Worthington, infield in. 110, struck him out. The 5 pitchers hitting card, the one with the most on-base chances. More than the 8, but the 8 has the power. I think that's right anyway. I could be wrong. And here's Oliva. And they're going to put Oliva on and pitch to Rollins. So the intentional walk to Tony Oliva will load the bases. And with 2 outs, they'll face Rich Rollins. He's 1 for 2. Bases loaded, 2 down. Hargan into the windup. The pitch to Rollins on a 2-9. Struck him out, but 2 runs crossed the plate. 2 unearned runs. And the Twins take a 7-5 lead to the bottom of the 11th. So let's check their bench. 3 and left. Their bench is pretty thin. No moves. Okay, before I go there, what did I do here? Oh, I got it right. Worthington. Worthington has worked 2 innings. This would be his 2nd endurance inning. But they certainly have nobody better. He's going to at least start the inning. Right, Ben. No, I'm not. But lefty versus, yeah, Oliva or Rollins, come on. I didn't even think about that. Pedro Gonzalez will start it off, pitcher's spot to follow, then top of the order. Pedro, 1 for 3 with a walk as Worthington comes set. The pitch is a 6-8 right-handed. It's a fly ball into right field, playable. That's Oliva. He's there. 1 away. And now we'll have a pinch hitter for Hargan, who worked 3 innings and right now stands to be the losing pitcher, although through no fault of his own. Batting for Cleveland will be Vic Davalillo. Another fairly easy decision. Davalillo hitting .250, left-handed batter. Worthington into the windup. 6-7 lefty. It's a fly ball the other way to left field. Valdespino is there, and Cleveland down to their last out. And that will be Chuck Hinton. Chuck 1 for 5 on the day. Worthington, a deep breath. Now the windup. The pitch to Hinton on a 4-11 struck him out, waved at and missed. And that's the game. So the Twins continue to roll. They pull it out in 11, 7-5. And I'll have the totals for you in just a moment. Thank you, Kenyon. How are things, Kenyon? You've been kind of quiet lately. At least as far as I've seen. I cannot say that for a fact since the chat moves too fast for me these days. Thank you, Ben, Frank, everybody. I'll have the totals for you here. Hargan, of course, takes the loss. He did not give up a hit in 3 innings. How about that? He deserved better. Two runs, both unearned. He walked 2, one of them intentional, and struck out 3. That makes Worthington the winner. Hargan with the loss drops to 0-2. Worthington with the win improves to 3-2. He worked 3 innings. 3 hitless innings, no walks. He allowed nothing. The only base runner was an error, and he struck out 4. Worthington was magnificent, and I'm inclined to agree with Steve. Although honorable mention to Killebrew for sending the game to extra innings. Player of the game, Al Worthington. That makes the totals. Twins, 7 runs, only 5 hits. Can you believe this? 1 error. Indians, 5 runs, 11 hits, and 2 costly errors in the 11th inning. Worthington struck out 5. You're absolutely right. Thank you, Steve. Three flawless innings with 5 strikeouts. And they needed it. Needed every one of them. Tomorrow we're going to pick up these same 2 teams, the second game of the doubleheader. And it's Tiant and I forget who. Let's take a look. I know it's Tiant for Cleveland. Mudcat Grant for the Twins, so that should be good. In real life, that was a 1-0 game. One to nothing Twins. Grant with a complete game shutout. Tiant went 8, and they may have to. Exactly, Steve. They may have to throw that tomorrow with the heavy bullpen used today. Holy cow. Anyway, thanks once again for watching, everybody. What a game. We've had a couple of good ones lately. And final thought, wishing better days ahead for Kenyon. I just had an inkling. I'm going to get out of here and get something to eat. Anyway, hopefully see y'all tomorrow, 1:30, 4:30. You know the time by now. Take care, everybody. Have a great evening. Catch you later.